Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Muslim Farmville. My name is Yasmin. I would like to invite you as I do my nighttime routine. We just ate dinner and I need to put our leftovers away. Then I realized before I finish that, I need to go ahead and empty the sink. We have clean dishes that are already dried and needs to be put away. Our dishwasher is still not working, which is fine. We're doing dishes by hand. So I need to go ahead, put the clean, dried dishes away so I have space for the dirty dishes. I will go ahead and give quick rinse the sink and then have some warm water going on and our homemade dish soap. So I can go ahead and soak our dirty dishes, and then while that soaks, I'll go ahead and work on putting leftovers of food away. This way it will not take us long time to scrub the dirty dishes. So this, when it soaks, it'll be easier to handle. My husband is going to help me tonight with the leftovers, and I'll share it with you what I served. Tonight's dinner was, let's go ahead and put the sauerkraut away and some of the dirty dishes. I served quinoa with sauerkraut, and I baked some couple of whole chickens with onions, carrots, mushrooms, and some spices and bone broth. This bag, as you can see here, is sourdough cinnamon bread. Zachariah has been gone visiting Sabrina in St. Louis, and he just made it home dinner time, and she sent some of her sourdough cinnamon bread. So I just put that into the fridge. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for sending that. We will definitely enjoy that. So now I'm working on separating the leftovers chicken, the bones, the skin in a dish, and the meat part into a different dish. The quinoa is done, ready in the dish. So tomorrow I can go ahead and use the leftovers. That will be so helpful. I love and appreciate serving my family fresh meals every day, but sometimes I even appreciate more having leftovers. We are the kind of family who appreciates leftovers. So tomorrow I don't have to be in the kitchen, right? So my husband is helping do the dishes, and I will go ahead, have separate dish and keep it the mushrooms, the carrots and onions, and I cooked this with lots of spices and bone broth. You all know how much I appreciate and love bone broth. Good for the hair, the nails, the skin, the gut. I can go on and on. It's so healing. So go ahead and pour that on top because I can serve it with the quinoa tomorrow. I'll cover all of that and we will go ahead and put it into the fridge. This is a wonderful way to make extra meal when you can, and then the next day you don't have to be in the kitchen cooking. So as a mama, as a homemaker, we can get other things done instead of standing in the kitchen. Alhamdulillah. So now the bones and the skin from the chicken, I decided to go ahead and start some bone broth instead of just throwing the skin and the bones. I want to make sure everything that we have to use, nothing goes to waste. And this bone broth, somehow I was craving for bone broth. I'm using the Instant Pot. I have been craving for cumin coriander. I don't know what it was. I thought, besides salt and pepper, what can I do with my bone broth? So salt, regular black pepper, and I will go ahead and be generous with the cumin and coriander. It just takes me to back home. Something to do with the cumin and coriander. We call it hawaji. And I was just craving for that. So there goes the cumin and some of the coriander. The smell is amazing, y'all. And also I have leftovers of mixed peppercorn, and I thought, why not use that, because peppers are so good for us. As you guys know, some of you, I'm low in vanadium. It's a trace mineral that you get it from peppers. So that's why I always do extra generous with black pepper and stuff. Water, and guess what, you guys? Yes, as a homemaker, sometimes we can't be hard on ourselves and we are not perfect, right? I forgot the vinegar. I always add vinegar into my bone broth so it can extract the goods from the bones, but I forgot. But still, the bone broth was fine. I don't have to beat myself about it, right? So now, since my husband helped me with the dishes, and I thought, that energy I need to put to something else. I'm preparing my stove. I cleaned it. Guess what? I am going to get some blueberries from a farm that's not too far from us. You guys have seen me make blueberry jam. And the family called me and said, we still have some blueberries, even though the season, somehow this summer season, we have been having heavy rain, tornadoes, heavy winds. So the berries haven't been doing well. Even our own raspberries, as I mentioned, a different video. So now I will go ahead and prepare my stove with my pots. We're going to make some blueberry jam. I made it some last week. So now tonight I will go ahead and take my dishes. And they're about 20 minutes away. And I just brought my other pot. Let's go ahead and fill with water because I will go ahead and boil them after I'm done. And I just want to make sure my kitchen is clean and ready for this little project. Also, I was able to go to our cottage kitchenette and picked up all these extra glass dishes and we washed them. They are drying out and ready to be used, some of them. So when I prepare like this, everything will go nice and smooth for me instead of feeling overwhelmed, dirty dishes, dirty kitchen. It's hard for me to focus. So my blueberries, as you all know, I will sweeten it with honey, fruit pectin, and that's it. And my glass dishes are ready, as you can see. So let's go ahead, pick the blueberries, turn the lights off, and I am back. I have the blueberries, and Sabrina also sent it with Zach some apples. She has an apple tree, so she sent a bag of apples. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse those and children can snack. And I brought these extra blueberries for my farm friend. I wanted her to taste that, so I set those on the side. These are the other blueberries that I'm going to use tonight. I will take some out and rinse it and have the children a snack for tonight if they want to. Otherwise, I'll keep it for tomorrow for a yogurt parfait or a smoothie. So let's go ahead and give a quick rinse and we will just cook it down, these blueberries. I realized I didn't get a lot because they didn't have. This is all they had. And I decided to just go ahead and put it into my small pot. Let that cook. Maybe medium, let it simmer. And I'll sweeten it with honey, the fruit pectin. That's it. Let's go ahead and put the apples also. I'm just going to put the apples also on the island. If the children want to have it with peanut butter or almond butter, they can snack that later. And the blueberries as well. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put a clean towel. I always have to make sure I have a clean towel because we don't use paper towels. I have stopped using paper towels when the children were quite young. So my blueberries came together and I poured it into the mason jars, let it boil, and it's done. So tonight I was able to do this little project. Every night is different. Our nighttime routine is always different. So I'm taking these baskets. The other glass jars are washed, cleaned. So whatever project that comes, then they are ready for me, which is win-win. When I prepare like this, then I can focus. If I dry herbs or if I make spaghetti sauces or whatever, then my jars are ready. It's always good to prepare and plan, especially when you are a homemaker. To get ahead of things will make your life easier for the next project. So whatever you're doing, to just make sure chop your vegetables when you have extra time, so the next day when you are cooking, it's ready for you. If you make your yogurt ahead, and some of the mornings are a little bit, a lot of things going on, you can just say, you know what, we're going to serve it parfait this morning, just to make things a little bit, get ahead of them, so you don't feel overwhelmed as a homemaker, as a mama. Even if you are not a mama, it'll make your life much easier, inshallah. So I'm just going to go ahead, all my jars into these baskets, and when I need them, grab and go. They are ready for me, inshallah. Also, the water that I boiled with the mason jars, I will go ahead and let them cool down, take it to the porch. Tomorrow, I'll go ahead and use that water into our herbs that are growing in our garden, so nothing goes to waste here. No need to waste that water, right? So now my baskets are clean and ready with the jars. I'm all smiley because I am happy, because next time it will be ready for me. So I have one more basket, put the rest of them, put it away. Everything has a place. We don't have to get so overwhelmed when we are running our kitchen. We want to run our kitchen kind of nice and smooth, inshallah. But sometimes it doesn't go that way, and I know that, but I will do my best. Take the clean towel back, and I have these little jars, and I thought I want to keep them right here in the kitchen. I will cut some herbs and mix it with oil and let them sit. If I put them into the basket, I will not see them or remember these little ones. So I'll keep them. The more I see it, I will go ahead and maybe put rosemary and some oil and use it throughout the summer and winter season. You all know I always talk about my special farm friend. She's so dear to me. She stopped by, brought these little gadgets, and I'm like, what are they? She said, you have cast iron skillets. When you cook an eggs or meat or whatever gets stuck on it, you can use these. And I have tried it. So I want to tell her, thank you so much. She's always bringing gifts and love and so kind to us. So I did use them. And I was like, oh, wow, this little gadget makes my life so much easier. So I'm learning a lot. I appreciate you for stopping by and bringing this. You're always so giving and so loving and so kind. I love you. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to keep them there too and use them throughout the day. So let's put all the dirty towels away. Everything came together. It's getting quite dark. And I'm just going to let my blueberry jam sit here overnight and let it cool down. A clean towel is done. Blueberries, we're eating some, and I put the rest in the fridge. Apples are still on the counter. And the water, I'm just going to let it sit in the porch for now. We are still waiting Isha prayer, and I thought, let me turn on a candle, let the house refreshen. Thank you for hanging out with me, my nighttime routine. I'll see you next time. Salam alaikum.